and so on. They buy this.
Mm.
Then number two, there is another type of customer is they are very cautious. They want to know every single thing, the cut is how many, the faces is how many, the 0 point whatever, they want to know everything. So you have to give them some data, to give them some how to say, some calculation, then they'll buy it. Then there's another type of customer that they want stable. You say, okay, this one, you wear it, a diamond is forever, it won't like break or whatever. Next time you can reset if you don't like the design anymore. Okay, so they buy the idea. Another type is they want sui only. So how you talk to them, how you tell them, hey, you wear this really nice, your friends will like it also, and so on. They will buy the idea. So there are four types of customer that we should know their character. Then we should talk the way that they like, I mean, the thing that they want. So you must know their needs and their wants as well.
Mm. Yeah. I think I think from your sharing, we understand like customers, target audience is very important. So then
Yes.
you need to know,
Mm.
you need to know more about your audience
Yeah.
in order to do your sales. So
Yes.
now the main question of today is how to close the $1 million sales, right? So that's pretty much what people like to know. I think especially in this pandemic time, everyone is talking about sales. Everyone is trying to struggle with closing sales or get more
Yeah.
sales. So maybe you can share us a bit of your tips on this.
I am not only closing 1 million sales per transaction, I have quarter million sale, half a million sale, and so on. So to me, why people, there are so many jewelers out there, why
Mm,
people buy from you instead of others. So the question you have to ask yourself also, why? Because to me, integrity and honesty is the most important. 20 years already, people will trust you. But when you start, how? You start from small, lah. It can be least, but slowly you grow your clientele. Slowly your clientele move up also, right? From
mm,
being a normal worker to managers to director to vice president, So you grow with them as well. So the demand also different. But to me, the honesty, you must sell the genuine goods. There are many people, they want short-term money.
mm,
I don't want to say what name of jewelers and so on. They, let's say jade. Jade, there is jadeite, Jadeite is A jade, B and C. Many people, because they want to get high profit, they sell B and C as jade. Actually, we only sell A because why? To me, there's an investment value. But there are people so there that they tell you it's A, but actually it's B and C. So to prevent all this, I certify all the things in the independent laboratory and sell together with the lab certificate. I tell them, well, this is not by me, it's an NGO, so people will trust on that. Then you show them the data, how the jade prices gone up and so on. All
mm,
these are honesty, in that integrity is very important, especially in jewelry line. I tell you this is a diamond. How can you know this is a real diamond? It can be, fake diamonds, synthetic diamonds, and so on. So, to gain that trust, to build that trust is throughout the 20 years. It's not by one day. Rome is not built in one day, like people say, but business as well. So, I have many competitors that when we started, they were our competitors, but now I can say 90% of them from Penang one
mm,
all already gone because to me integrity is very important. I also want to give you an example, give everybody. There is one, uh, he is the boss, but he has a lot of partners in the company.
mm,
Then he is the one who in charge of the whole thing. So he create another company to buy from the supplier to his company, then only supply to this shop. But I can tell you, will he be objective anymore? No, he just want to
mm,
get the sales for his company. So then at the end, the things that he get from, because he top up so much, then he sells so high price, and he buys, just simply buy, then the shop closed down because price is very high, the quality is very low, and all that. So to me, you not only answer to your customers, but also to the shareholders, to your partners as well. So to me, integrity and honesty is the most important thing in closing $1 million sale.
Mm. Yeah, I think especially when you're targeting such, I guess, audience, right? I think people are is really buying with trust.
Yes,
Is really looking at trusting you, and
yes,
your and plus your brand.
yes,
So people trust your brand, and then hence people will there'll be referral, returning
mm,
customers. If once they trust you, it's like as a friend, we start trusting you, and then we will
yeah,
do things together,
yes,
things like that. So I think it's very important to build that trust.
yeah,
So and like you say, over the years, people then will keep on coming back and remember
yeah.
you.
And
Yeah.
moving forward, uh, I think because of the 20 years trust, because of the MCO, I can see the e-commerce is a must already. So I started to raise some fund to
Mm,
fund the new project. I have many people that trust me, the investors and so on, that they start to put money inside the company so that we can move forward to the e-commerce. I really appreciate that. And most of them are my customers.
mm. I mean, your customer eventually also become your friends, like my dad and my parents is also your
Yeah.
friend, and become I'm also your friend. So I think it will work generation to generation as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So how can you, sustain the relationship, with your customers, that turns friends as well. Just now you mentioned, during pandemic, you're giving them, like mass or bake and things like
Mm,
that. So
yeah.
beside that, anything you do to
Yes, of
sustain
course
your.
there are many.
Mm,
Actually, to me, the post purchase is equally important when you get a customer. There's 80/20 things, right?
mm,
80% is your loyal customer that
yep.
contribute to the 80%. I mean, the loyal customer contribute to 80% of your sales,
Mm,
which is very true. They will return because they trust you. They introduce friends, their family members all come to you. And to me, after purchase is not the end. To me, it's
mm,
just the start. So you have to remind them, hey, after 1 year, hey, the ring that you bought, it's time for you to come and clean. It's time for you to come and check whether it's loosened or not, and so on. All this rapport is very important. Besides sending messages to them, besides wish them happy birthday, I think this value added is very important. So it's time for you to come and replate your thing. It's all free of charge. People will think I'm stupid. Why you never charge them when they come and plate your things? When they alter, when they grow fat or grow slim. Why you never charge them? To me, I won't, because we give a lifetime service.
mm,
Once you give the lifetime service, you look 长远的 means far away, not the,
mm,
when you alter actually cost around, you can charge them 100 to 200 ringgit. But we pay. Why? They are happy because once they buy from you, you do all this service, they will always come back. But if they go to other shop charge them like 150 ringgit, then they will compare, how come Vanessa Diamonds never charge me and you all charge me so high? Do you think they will go back there? So you have to me lah, doing business sometimes 要看得开，放得下。
mm.
In Chinese lah, means you
Yeah.
have to, have to look more further. Some things that you are willing to throw in, actually people will appreciate your service.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I think is sometimes, like you say, give and take, and
Yeah.
also looking at long term. I think
Yes.
a lot of time, people look at short term
Yeah.
businesses, short term sales. So they don't look at long term in order to sustain your business. I mean, for example, years up to
Yes.
20 years, I'm
Mm,
sure, that's how you're able to sustain your business.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like let's say a customer bring a necklace for us to service. The
Mm,
hook is after many years is rust out already. So
mm,
when we explain to them, normally they understand, but some customer they are not. So are you going to argue with them, or you just say, "Oh, sorry, we will replace for you"? So simple things they will be very happy if you say, "I will replace for you." Why you want to argue with the customers? Which some of my staffs did that last time, but I strictly told them no. To me, customer is always the king. Unless
mm,
really, really ridiculous many, many times. But to me, everybody is reasonable if you talk reason to them. So this is our organizational culture, a lifetime service to all of our customers.
mm. I mean, I understand the importance of customer service, right?
Mm,
And then keeping that relationship. But then again, we also met with some of the customers are obviously taking advantage and unreasonable. So how can you actually deal with this kind of customer? Are you still giving, or like if you keep on giving in, and this one customer will spread to, nowadays with technology, they easily spread to maybe some other customers, or post
yeah.
online that, hey, Vanessa Diamond is giving free stuff, everyone come here to claim it, for example. So how, in this situation, how can you define or make it balance, in the sense that they are not taking advantage of you?
People who take advantage, we will know because it won't happen one time. If you let her take advantage 3 times, the fourth times you have to tell her nicely, like, "Hey, this is not the way." But after the 6 times, still like that, you just tell her off because no point you really spend your energy, time, and money on these people. They will tell
Mm,
me, "Hey, other people, like," I said, "Okay, Datin, maybe uh this our thing's not suitable. Maybe you can go there, lor." Like that. Politely tell, but they will feel it one because when they take advantage, but after that you just stop it, they will feel it. But to me, there are not many. Throughout my 20 years, maybe there are two or three only. So I
mm,
will let go this type of customer also because to me, no point spending, your energy, time, and everything on this, whereas you can maybe close another 20% sales already.
mm. Yeah, true. I mean, of course,
Yeah.
we've like you say, I feel like, with such um products, such customers,
Mm,
it's a lot of personal care, personal touch on so
yeah.
many things, so many levels,
Yes.
customization. So with this kind of customer, with this kind of products, do you
Mm.
think there's a chance to actually, just like I mentioned, going online e-commerce, right? Like how is it possible, like going e-commerce, you're touching most of the mass market.
The
So then,
young mass market.
yeah, how can you give that the same, customization, same care, to so many people? Like, it's gonna be hard to scale, right?
Yes, but to me, the principle is still the same. The
Mm,
honesty, the integrity, and the lifetime service. We will also provide, trade in, when you want to upgrade, we will take back with a certain percentage. These youngsters, they will upgrade themselves.
mm,
They will upgrade also their jewelry. So if we give this type of policy, I'm sure they will be happy to stay with us. They will be happy to buy from us. But of course, online e-commerce is a very new thing to us, especially in jewelry line,
mm,
especially in Malaysia. There are still a lot of things to learn. But to me, I would love to take this challenge because to me, this is the future. This is the trend. And to me also, I love the excitement of like the second time of being starting a business. So
mm,
after MCO, I hire 5 youngsters to come and work for me, especially in this. And I have consultant to teach them, to guide them. Then I also can share with them because I also learn digital marketing. So I also learn with them together. then I want them to own these online things by themselves. The youngsters thinking are totally different from us. So,
Mm.
we have to think like them. Like that's what May I told you just now. Maybe you can have a panel with the Gen Z and millennials. We would love
Mm.
to hear from them what they want actually and what they're thinking.
Yeah, no, I think it's great because a lot of time I think now for me, as I have my own business plus my fam
Mm,
business. I think it's great always to work together. you know um I mean, the one that with a lot of experience,
mm,
has been in this business field for so many years, is
yes,
best to work with the youngster that now is what trendy, what's the up and coming markets are looking at,
mm,
and where the spending power at.
yes,
So I think it's best to work because one with lots of new ideas, new
mm,
things, and another one with lots of experience is where we can actually work together, the gel, the so-called close the generation gap lah,
yes,
I would
that's,
say. Yeah.
yes, that's right, that's right.
Mm. So I'm sure, bringing the e-commerce, especially in your field,
Mm,
is definitely something new. And a lot of people always feel like all these expensive or high value products is very hard to go online because, thinking how would people buy, let's say, diamond jewelry,
I have a 460 ringgit diamond. Did you see from my Facebook?
yeah, I know.
That's better than a burger, right? This
Yeah.
is what my new team venture into it. So the response was so good. We have so many people asking. Not only that, we have many people not only buy the 460, they buy a bigger one. To me, this is a good first start, good
Mm.
exposure. Good for them to realize that hey, we are in the market. So
Yeah,
So
I
I
think,
think it's a long way to go for the online and the e-commerce, but we are willing to explore, we are willing to learn, and we are willing to take the challenge.
yeah, I think, with now, things like this whole, things about the burger, just things like that can go viral,
Yes,
and go crazy, and technically, of course, businesses that know how to take this advantage, right,
yeah,
to make it into their
yes,
campaign or,
yes,
advertising. Now things are different, compared to last time, right?
yeah.
So what would be the, like right now, we all understand, you have a like sort of diversified part
Mm,
of your business into online e-commerce,
yes, yes.
so what would be your future strategy or any plan for Vanessa Diamonds?
Of course, we'll have our showroom, because if people stay somewhere near and so on, they would love to come and drop by to get a bigger one. But for the youngsters, for the wedding one and so on, we were all in the online business. Actually, we are still very new, still exploring um, what is best for us. So we are still learning how to do SEO, how to
Mm,
do our WordPress,
mm,
how to go Facebook Live, how what are the strategies that we can use. It's all we are still learning. Uh,
mm.
so I hope that the strategies will work. But I
What I
think
think, yeah.
honestly, and the 20 years and 20 years in diamonds endorsement with this Vanessa Diamonds endorsement, I think it is not very difficult.
Mm,
The 460 ringgit diamond,
mm,
nobody questioned us. One thing very important: is your diamond real or not?
mm,
Nobody questioned. They will ask, how big is this diamond? The diameter. What can we do with that? You have some design to show us that if we can set, but nobody asks us whether your diamond is real or not. So means they know Vanessa Diamonds is the genuine, honest company that's selling the real diamonds. This is a very little excitement and achievements for us.
yeah. And I think, with post pandemic, I mean, haven't really post yet, but as in, like, now, we already, sort of CMCO, I
Yeah.
mean, just recently because of the spike of the case,
Mm.
but at least after, the lockdown, you mentioned that there's increase of sales and even better,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
uh, do you think what causes the increase of the sales?
Number one is the homework that we did during the MCO.
Mm,
We ask customer, what do you need? We can help you. If you want mask, we can send to you. Not only me, but my team. All we do the same. Number two, everybody cannot go overseas to spend, including you, May, right?
yeah, I know.
So a lot of money, especially, I'm doing the middle and middle high end customers. So they have a lot of money. Where to spend? Oh, buy diamonds lah. Then we start to propose to them, hey, this nice, that nice. You have to be proactive. You're not waiting every day, open shop and waiting for them to come. No
Mm,
business will survive like that. You have to
yeah.
proactive. You have to think, hey, what can I do for them? What can I propose to them? And so on. So I think these are the two factors that very important and contribute to the increase of sales of my jewelry. The third one, I think people also think, yeah, don't know when I will get COVID and die. I better wear nice, nice, I better pamper myself. To me, maybe this is one of the reasons. So people are more willing to spend instead of save.
Mm,
And also, with the economy situation, our interest rate is very low, so people would willing to spend to invest into things like gold and diamonds or gemstones
mm,
than keeping in the bank.
yeah, true. Because
There are a
now
few factors.
yeah, FD rate is so low also, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So what because just now you already mentioned, you're now working with young, generations, and then come with new ideas, and
Mm,
for they're also because of this pandemic, yeah, and we all know a lot of youngster now looking into, starting their own
yeah.
business, or becoming a
Mm,
freelancer or own entrepreneur, you
mm,
know um actually there research that's saying now more young people are looking into starting their own business, like
mm,
becoming an entrepreneur. Like,
yeah.
what would be your advice for those that are, right now want to come and start their own business?
I think it starts with learning.
Mm,
uh, Knowledge is power. Actually, I'm not from jewelry background. I study mass communication in broadcasting. Then I got my PhD from university in broadcasting as well. I willing to actually I need to teach because under scholarship I have to teach back and so on. So to me, if I want to be in jewelry, I told myself when I started the business, I have to know the knowledge. If not, how can I tell my customer
mm,
this is the good diamonds, the color clarity, and so on? So I studied GIA courses. I went to Bangkok, to do my exam. I do distance learning, from every time, every day, non-stop learning. Even until today, I joined 15 years a V-Stage group, a CEO working in a group for 15 years. I'm still joining because every time we meet, we learn new things. Besides this, I also take up, of course, not only diamond but jewelry design, pearl, gemstones, and so on. So now into the online. So
mm,
to me, is non-stop learning. The youngsters, don't think that you every day on the social media posting here and there that is enough. No, you have to know how to rank your company. You want to start up a company, right? Rank yourself in the top 3 of the Google search.
mm,
How you can target. If you want to do an advertisement in Facebook, how you can do target. How can you target to the right customer that you want to? How you do customer profiling, how you target your competitors followers, all these are the new things that you have to learn while you're doing your business.
yeah. I think keep on learning is,
Yeah.
like you say, knowledge is the king,
Yes. Yes.
so and then hence also why I continue my skill point, because I also truly believe that, if you continue to sharing knowledge, sharing insight, and continue to do wherever we can to
Yeah.
keep learning. I think that's
Yes.
where we can see the future of the generation or any one of us. I think
Yes.
learning doesn't fix on after like your school time. You need to stop learning. It's continue.
And
You
learning now is
Yeah.
so simple, so convenient. You can read books through all this internet. You can go Google search and all that. Last time we have to climb the third floor of library and carry all the books down, and flip through everything. You cannot one click, you can search everything with the keywords. You can't. So to me, it's so simple and easy now. But know what you want to learn, know what you want to do is very important. So 终身学习
Mm.
means non-stop learning is the most important and key to every success of a business.
Yes, I totally agree with that. So now we are actually open, the question, to everyone on the floor that who want to ask Vanessa any question. We do have one question that asked by Jared. Asking that also strongly believe in integrity and dignity in business. I'm in order to show that level of care for customer across such as big business, are there any distinct things in your organization, staff, infrastructure that you have done to achieve this?
Ah, actually, can you briefly tell me the question, what he is asking? I
Okay.
don't really understand.
Okay, I think it's just that the level of cares, right, is it's very personal.
Mm,
So, but in as the business start growing bigger, right? So how can you train, or is there a thing to make your staff, or is there a organization, or is there a infrastructure that you do in order to achieve that kind of care, that
integrity.
yeah, that kind of
I think
customer service.
that is a SOP. When people bring in a thing, you have to record down, you know. Then you have to, of course, the organizational culture, your
Mm,
vision, mission of the company, and the core values are very important
mm,
to let your staff know what is your brand. Like Vanessa Diamond's vision is to become the international lovable jewelry brand. What is lovable? Because I'm a Christian now, so I love to use the love words. So what is
mm,
lovable? Means you give a lifetime service, you love your customer, even in MCO, you think of them, and also you love the community, you want to contribute. But in returns, you know, people will love your brands. You also want to create, people think of love, think of Vanessa Diamonds because, a diamond is forever type of things. How you
mm,
instill into the organization is the culture, not the infrastructure or what. To me, is the culture that you start uh, when people come in. You know how you serve them and all that. You have a standard operating,
mm,
SOP and so on. You teach them and you instill your vision, mission, and core values to your staff, to your organization. Then they will follow. They know, hey, this is what my organization is for, the
mm,
integrity, the honesty and everything. So organizational culture is very important.
mm. Yeah, I mean, I truly believe that. That's why I
Mm,
think I always, I mean, for our mentorship program, we always
mm.
kickstart with teaching how to set the right kind of values and
Yes,
also vision and mission. Yeah,
yes,
a lot of people might didn't even look into that and jump into business, but I think to me setting that is very important, so
yeah,
your team, your partners, your customer all can believe and also knowing where you're going into, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Mm. So any other question from Zoom here or YouTube? Still sorry that our Facebook live couldn't make it, but we'll record it and post it back to Facebook. But now it's live on YouTube. Yeah. So any other question on the floor? Okay,
There
that's
is another
another
question.
question by Yenny. Hi, Dr.
Cool.
Ku. Yeah, I was one of
Oh.
your student in USM. So graduated in 2007. So after years of working, I blindly started my company in 2018 with few old school in their 50 shareholders. I know I need to be patient, but I'm really running out of patience, seeing them not contributing anything to the company, but in fact, they actually jeopardize the company image. So I want to know, how can I make peace with them?
Hello, Yenny. My ex-student. Okay, actually, I
Wow.
have many successful ex-students back in USM or the colleges. I'm always proud of them. So, Yenny, that is life. You have to accept it. You have to make peace yourself. Start with yourself. Sometimes, um, you think that they not making sense lah when they talk, they do all this, but to me you have to be empathy, stand in their shoes, think from their side, why they can come out with this type of idea, why they do that. Maybe they have been through, they have experienced that they think the thing that you think important, they think is not important. So you have to stand on their point, be empathy, stand at their side to think the whole thing, so that only you can make peace with them, to me lah. May you
I
want to add to
Yeah, I
help Yanni?
mean, I'm working with my father. I think that the relationship is even
Yeah, I know him
more,
very well.
yeah, not easy,
U I con
especially.
bồ làng con là.
I mean, especially, like you say, you're working, with, I guess you would say, old school 50s. I mentioned before,
Mm,
how can we actually work together with them, because they do
yeah.
have certain, I guess, good points in them in terms of their experiences and all these things that we can learn from. Of course, they might not fully would listen to us. They think, we are younger, and hence, there's a lot, could be a conflict or generation gap. But over the years, I think I learned I need to start by understanding them first, and then learning how they work, how they communicate. Then I use their way of communication to then I propose my ideas. If I go straight in, right, or hard way, sure,
Yes.
kena, and then
Yes.
explode one. So
Mm,
over the years, I learned to how to use their communication method, how to use their way to actually show my ideas, to show what I can do. So I think it takes a lot of, I guess, patience, and also work with them.
mm.
But unless I think sometimes, and Yenny is saying also, like, you're like a sandwich stuck in
Between
between workers
workers and
and them.
her.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like my situation. I am somewhere in the middle, my big boss, and then my workers. So I think it's the balancing both sides. How can you communicate in between. So when I communicate to my boss or my dad, right, I need to use their language to do so. And when I do that to my worker, I have to use the other language to do so.
Yeah.
So to make peace for both sides.
Yeah, that's
Um,
right.
we I mean, since they're already shareholder, and unless thinking in terms of, how can you peacefully um make peace by every shareholder in terms of, if they want to leave the company or what. This is another story lah, but for my case, I cannot leave. So I need to find ways to figure it out, to make peace from both end. Yeah.
Yeah, very good tips, Yanni. I hope you get it. To
Yeah.
me, is be more empathy. You also have to reason to your workers why they think that way. You know. Okay, there's another question from Bob.
Yeah.
Is this tough to be in a man dominating industry? How do you brace through it? Yeah, actually it is lah. Man dominating industry. How I brace actually is quite sad lah. In the sense that Bob, 20 years ago in Penang there are very, very less women entrepreneurs. So even women would think, you get how you get your way, how you can be a woman entrepreneur, a businesswoman. Sure, you have a rich father or rich husband, which I can tell you all no.
Mm.
uh, you have to step by step go through this. Actually, man dominating industry is not really not good. Being a woman in a man, a rose among the thorns, actually they also help you a lot because they feel for you. You as a woman, a little woman, that time I was only like 30 years old, you know. Oh, now people know my age already. 20 something, 30 years old, people will show a lot of support as well to you. Especially, my supplier say, hey, the little woman, I can see you work so hard. You really advocate for Vanessa Diamonds and you really, go through all this training and courses. So they will support you. One thing good about men is they are less jealous than women. So, it's easier.
Mm.
So I braced through. I joined them. I joined Vistage. When I joined, there's only um 15 of us, only two women. Then after that, left me alone. But now we have another one woman join us. So actually, to me, it's not very difficult. It's how you talk to them, how you share with them, and they will also help you and share with you a lot of business experiences.
Yeah.
I hope
I
I
mean,
answer your question,
yeah.
Bob.
I'm sure that's a lot of time. I think being a woman entrepreneur, especially in a man dominating industry, I mean, for myself in a property development business, right? I
Yes.
have to wear my construction hat to tell all the men, in terms of
Mm,
in the construction line. So it is definitely it has some I guess challenges, but I think at the same time, right, I personally I embrace being a woman. I
mm,
like to be a woman. I think for me I felt like I can be soft and I can be harsh at the same time. So it like when I need to, when working with men, I can turn to be a softer way, and I can soft things through using a soft method, not
approach.
so
Yes.
harsh. Yeah.
Mm,
So I think that's to me is I can work around it. So but after years, I think we can, when we need to be harsh, we need to get things done, we do it with proof. So
yeah.
no one can say women cannot be in this industry. To me it doesn't matter of not much of the gender issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more on our own self and our own personality. How
Mm.
can we deal with it? Yeah.
I would love and wish to see more women in business.
Mm.
So we won't look like you know a sore thumbs. Yeah, I wish to help more women to how to say start up business and so on. That's why I have a foundation with my another friend. It's called Dreams Foundation. We also hope and wish that we can train more women to become entrepreneurs in their own ways.
Yeah, I think that's why I think continue to inspire
Yes.
more women and show that it's possible to do so.
Yeah.
So yeah. Mm. Any other question from the floor? Yeah, I mean, I think Evelyn, I think, definitely you can do it. And if you believe on your goal to be an
Yeah, Yanni,
entrepreneur,
yes,
go
yes.
for it. Yeah, really. Of course, this is not an easy journey, but I think I learned a lot being an entrepreneur as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if there's no any other question,
Evelyn,
then
yes,
mm,
your goal to be entrepreneur. Wish you
mm,
all the best.
yeah, all
And
the
I'm
best.
sure, Evelyn, you can make it.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching us. Today, very insightful. It was very fun. Talking to Vanessa is a very great kind of inspiration. Very positive, very encouraging. At the same time, it's real. So we know that these days, we have to keep learning. and also treat people with, the
Mm,
great, great heart, and,
yeah.
make sure whatever we do, we learn to give first,
Mm. To
right?
love and
So
care for everyone.
exactly, yes.
There is a Chinese wording called 厚德载物, means you to love and care everything, that
Mm.
everybody, everything.
Yes. So thank you so much again, everyone, for joining us. And feel free to share tonight talk, and also watch and like our page, School Point, because every Wednesday we will have a different speaker, and maybe we'll get some young, Gen Z to join us
Yeah.
next time to learn more about what is the up and coming trend and how did
Mm.
they do it, right? So
Yeah.
thanks again, everyone,
Thank
and I hope
you.
everyone stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.